absolutely beautiful, you guys. I can't believe it's come to an end. You guys will always be in my heart, and I sincerely, sincerely appreciate it. No words can describe how I feel about you guys. And thank you from the bottom of my heart. God, I love you guys, and I love you guys.
For me, it is that ferocity or that anger, rage, and I can carry that with me. Now it became, how do I instill this to the rest of my guys, to the rest of my teammates? Using the darker emotions, the anger or resentment or frustration and sadness, and using that as a weapon, using that as a form of offense. It's a scar, it's pain, it's a bad memory. Some people are probably afraid to tap into that side of them, but it's such a powerful thing.
Once they own it themselves, then the sky is the limit, because they're going to drive themselves and pull it from who they are and all of their life experiences and things that have motivated them.
20 years from now, when you're sitting in the recliner,
I just want guys to say, man, that guy can play. We saw him grow from 17 years old to 20 to 25, 30, and he's blossomed into a pretty good basketball player.
How many rings do you want? Because you told me 10 a little while ago. I said, man, that's greedy. You want all of them.
Well, I got 10 fingers.
So you want to fill them all up?
Might as well try.
Some people sit there and say, y'all keep talking about Kobe being the greatest player in the game today. Y'all don't realize that Kobe trying to be arguably the greatest ever. Your response?
I got to get a couple more rings.
Are you going to?
Yeah, you know what? I won't rest until we do. The challenge was not only to win one, but it was to win multiple ones. And to be able to sit at the same lunch table with my muses, Michael, Magic. I want to be able to sit down at the same table with them and belong there. And I'm very proud to be able to say I can do that.
Yeah, like I had goals, I had expectations and things I wanted to accomplish, and so like the outside world could not meet that for sure. Like, I knew I wanted to win like 5, 6, 7 championships. You know what I mean? That was my goal. For me to come out and say that, people would think I was a lunatic.
Yeah.
So no matter what they said or what they threw at me, my expectations were certainly higher. But things are what they are. You push for a goal, and my original goal was to try to win 8. And you push for it, and you push for it, and you push for it, and you do the best you can. But at the end of the day, you can be comfortable with the results and where they landed and where they ended up. And so, that's the most important thing. That's why I can be really, really comfortable with the career that I've had, because I worked as hard as you possibly could.
The most important thing is you must put everybody on notice that you're here and you're for real. I'm not a player that's just going to come and go. I'm not a player that's going to make an all-star team 1 time, 2 times. I'm here to be an all-time great. I just want it so bad, that's all. I just want it really bad. So, it's just, you just put everything you have into the game, and then, your emotions kind of flow out of you.
What is it about Detroit that gets you going like that?
04.
You still remember it?
Of course, never forget.
Is that really the motivating factor? Do you think that every time you come here, that championship you guys lost gets into your head?
Absolutely.
Can you be happy playing this offense?
Completely, totally happy, no. But happy enough to win? Yeah.
And that makes it all worth it.
And that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
Mitch Richmond has a natural base to him, but I can tell he's not lifting every day. You can look.
Yeah.
Mike is. Scotty is.
Yeah.
Them dudes got 4 or 5 championships by now. I need to do that, right? And so that's when I started lifting and started getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And that's the adjustment I made, because I had the fundamentals, I had the skill. I learned some things technique-wise, defensively. But then my physical abilities caught up to the skill.
And then for my wife, it's, she's as competitive as I am. So she's like, listen, man, if you're going to be out here training 8 hours a day, if you're going to spend 9 months out of the year away from your family, you better fucking win the championship.
In 2 years old, you've won 2 of these. Does this mean more than the first one?
The first one is always very special because you're proving to people that you can do it. The second one is like you're proving that it's not a fluke. You know, the series against San Antonio, 2 champions going head up, and winning back-to-back definitely feels great.
2000, 2001, 2002, your three-peat. What questions were you asking yourself during that time?
How can we win another one? Because every year, every time you win a championship, the next time you come back, it's always hard. People are always gunning for you. Once you're fortunate enough to win 3 championships, you're at the top of the mountain. And all of a sudden, you know, you're back, you're rebuilding now. So now you're all the way down at the bottom. You know, and you're looking back up at this mountain that you guys just climbed, and it's a hell of a mountain. And you have to start from the bottom again and try to crawl back up to the top. It's tough. I mean, it's mentally and emotionally draining. But, you know, here we are now. We're getting up that mountain a little bit, and it's starting to look very bright. But once you taste that champagne one time and how much it burns when it gets in your eyes, you want that feeling again.
Yeah, it's a whole nother year. I'm not, you know, what we did last year was great, but it's not that difficult to me. Just forget about it, move on to the next season, just win it again. You know, a lot of stuff said about me or selfishness type of stuff. It's like, bro, you can't win 5 rings being selfish. Right. Doesn't happen. But I get that's kind of become the mantra. It's kind of become the slang, the vernacular, or the running joke, or he doesn't pass and all this other crap. Man, that's okay, you know. But I'll take those 5 rings.
5 of them.
Right, I'll take 5 of them.
Lost the last 2 times you've been in the finals. The fact that there's been a gap, is that created this more intense hunger that we detect from you right now?
Yeah, it's a bit of everything. It's a bit of everything. It's a lot of motivation. And you know, I'm using it all right now. It's the battle that's going on within me that I'm carrying with me to these competitions. So it's not about you. It's not about anybody else. You're not making me go. I'm driving this thing, man, and you just so happen to be a person that's in a way that's, you know, that may get demolished in the process.
What were some of the down moments for you in basketball?
Well, losing to the Celtics in the finals in 2008, I mean, that was tough.
Oh, that hurt me too.
Yeah, I mean, it was brutal. And I remember, you know, at night in the hotel room after we lost, just thinking to myself, I might never win another championship. Like, I might have just, like, this is it. It's too hard to get back here. Maybe it's not in the cards to win another one. And so I go through that night of being mad. And then the next morning I wake up and I start thinking, nah, I got to fix this. So where did it go wrong? You know, why did we lose? Right? We weren't tough enough. Okay, we weren't tough enough. Whose responsibility is that to make the team tough? It's mine. All right, so now I have to start figuring out how I'm going to lead this team differently so to make sure that when we get to the finals the next time, we're tough and ready for this challenge. And, you know, that's how you bounce back from those moments.
The Laker players get together after that devastating loss to the Celtics and say, hey, we want to make it back to the NBA Finals this season.
Yeah, we talked about it all summer. You know, even when I was in Beijing, it was in constant communication with the guys. You know, Powell too, while we were out there, just talking about, you know, what we want to do the next season, and then also preparing, you know, in the summertime to get ready for this moment that we're in right here.
We lost to the Celtics in 08, and it was a physical series. I mean, they beat the crap out of us.
Yeah.
And so we go into the Olympic year that year. We wound up playing Spain for the gold medal match, and we beat them. And so now we come back to start training camp, and Powell shows up the first day of training camp. I had my gold medal hanging in his locker.
Oh, no.
And he, I mean, like, the one thing that he truly, truly loves is his country.
Of course.
That is, like, everything to him. So it just drove him crazy. I said, Powell, listen. He said, you're an asshole. I said, listen, Powell, you lost to the Celtics. You lost to us in the gold medal match. Let's not make this 3 in a row this year.
Wow.
Okay?
That is
Let's win this
brilliant.
thing. And that was it for him. We can't, there's just no way I can be on a team, on a Lakers team that loses to the Celtics twice. No.
We were part of the history of the rivalry, you know, and there's no way we could go down in history as being remembered as a team that lost twice to the Celtics. With all the history that's going on, right? There's no way. There's no way. So above even winning the 5th championship, it was more like not disappointing the memory of this organization and the rivalry that's been there for decades. That was more important. Normally in New York, you know, I'll go out to dinner and, you know, I'll see a couple of my friends or whatever. But that night before the game, I didn't go anywhere. You know, I sat in the room and I thought about the game. You know, I wasn't going to be playing around. I come out here on on the court tomorrow, I don't care who's hurt. This season, we are winning this damn championship. I don't care what happens. And that was the mentality.
After we split apart, were you trying to get more championships than me?
Oh, absolutely.
You were?
Absolutely. And I knew you were going to get one. I knew you were going to get one because of the energy, going into Miami and D-Wade and everything that was there. I knew you were going to get that one. So I knew I had to get at least 2 or 3.
When I was playing, I would get chastised a lot for being selfish, saying we just got to fit into a team. It's about winning championships.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I get it. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Right? Won 3 straight. Okay, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
But I also knew that when my career is over, they're going to chastise me for the same thing.
Yeah.
Saying, oh, well, you're only great because you played with Shaq. And I'm like, whoa, hold up. You can't have it both ways, bro. So it was important for me and Shaq to go separate ways.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want people to use that again. They still do, but it was important that I win championships without him, and you get a glimpse of what I could have done individually had I not played with him. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was a big driving factor. It was like, hold on, don't get it fucked up now. Like, yeah, I'm doing this thing. I'm playing with Shaq. I mean, it's like, take Mike, put him with Wilt.
Yeah.
I mean, Shaq was a force of nature, right? So you got to kind of take a backseat.
You got to take a backseat.
But once that governor's off, it's like, hold on now. The most important thing to me was whether or not the player wanted to be here himself, right? And then when you're here, the most important thing is winning championships. I don't care about anything else. It's winning championships. We don't have to like each other, but you will show up to practice every day, play hard. You will focus and commit to winning. And, if that's the case, then we'll be just fine. People will say, okay, that doesn't make a great teammate. Well, I'm not here to be a great teammate. I'm here to help you win championships. So there's a difference. That's the biggest thing, is because when you're together, you can withstand adversity. If you're not, you can easily break apart, become a team of individuals. And teams that we won championships on, me and all of those guys, still close to this day. Extremely close, right? Lamar and I still close.
Fisher.
Shannon Brown, D. Fish, all of my guys.
Shaq.
We're all Shaq, right? Even Shaq. Powell.
Did you win a championship with Smush Parker? No.
No.
Okay,
he and I
so
don't talk, by the way.
I was going to say,
yeah,
that answers that question.
That's one of the people that would probably say I was a bad teammate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I overcompensated for how I drove my teammates. It was thinking maybe I was too hard on them. And so throughout the course of the year, I didn't challenge them enough. It was just about not being this gregarious, put my arm around you even when you fuck up. Oh, you're doing great, you're doing great. That's just not me.
Kobe, how do you make your team mentally tougher next year?
I think experiences do that. I think once you go through your ups and downs and you struggle a little bit, you taste defeat, I think that makes you a little tougher. Because what I found in the NBA is a lot of guys played for financial stability. And when they came to the NBA, they got that financial stability. So therefore, the passion and the work ethic and the obsessiveness was gone. So I'm looking at that, I'm like, oh my God, it's gonna be like taking candy from a baby. No wonder Mike wins all these fucking championships. It's like, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then you had the players that had that passion, but weren't willing to commit their entire lives to doing that, right? It's a choice, right? You have other things. You have family. You have all these other things that you have to do. The game can't really be your #1 priority. And so I was just looking at that like, man, this is going to be fun.
You remember when your jersey retirement, and I'm walking out, and we were in a playoff race, and the hunt and going south. And we were walking out, and I gave you daps, said, man, I love you, congratulations, everything, and I was just, happy for you, But I couldn't help but say, this night is made a lot sweeter because I know you have 4 and I have 5.
We know what it means as a team, but what about individually for you?
Just got one more to Shaq. So you can take that to the bank.